Something's happening. Oh.
It's live streaming, right? Yes, it is.
Wow.
So you can start now.
Oh. Okay. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Lyndon Thorpe here. Welcome to
Streaming, right?
Yes. Events of the Escape 9 to 5 Grind campaign. Right. Okay. And Erica. Erica's here. That's right. Good morning. Good evening.
Hello, Lindy.
Hi there, Erica. How are you doing?
Excellent.
Good to
thanks.
see you. There you are. Great. You made it. Super. Super. Okay. So, yeah. Good. I'm very glad you're here because we can. We've got the. Yeah, we've got a little replay. Natasha, could you turn down the live stream or something? Very glad you're here because we can.
Okay.
I'll just pause the recording. Oh, sorry, we've got a little technical problem here, Erica.
Yeah, that's okay. Am I not too early?
No, you are exactly on time.
Excellent.
We've not got many people turning up live, so this is really kind of quite common on LinkedIn, apparently. Sorry, we've got a little technical problem.
Yeah, that's okay. Am I not too early?
There you are. We've got an echo. See if I can turn that down. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think you should reduce the volume there.
Yes, Erica, can you hear me now?
Yes, Lindy, that sounds
it's
better
now.
It's not very, very loud, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Natasha, are you there? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think you should reduce the volume there.
Yes, Erica,
I'm working on it.
Yes, Lindy, that sounds better
now. What shall I do, Natasha? Turn the
volume down.
Turn the volume down. The main volume.
No, the YouTube volume.
The YouTube volume. Ah, okay. Okay. Not actually at the point. Oh, something's changed. Oh dear.
Oh, so you're streaming from YouTube, Lindy?
Yes, that's right. Well, I was. It's gone west now. So never mind. We're really experimenting with this, and next week we're going to use StreamYard. Have you heard of StreamYard?
Oh no, I haven't.
StreamYard is really good. It's a kind of real professional studio for streaming live.
Oh, nice.
So it'll make things much easier than this. We've tried various ways, but anyway, we better get started. The live streaming, Natasha, seems to have disappeared. So I'll leave you to play with that and I'll get started, okay? By the way, Natasha and Erica, Natasha is my assistant. So if you've got any
Natasha.
questions or
Hi, Erica.
Or anything that you need, just ask her while I'm kind of introducing everything.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to start the recording now. Okay. Welcome, everybody. This is event 6 of Escape the 9 to 5 Grind, Financial Mastery with the Anti-9 to 5 Income Plan. And thank you all for registering. And I'm going to today give you a short presentation on today's title theme. I'll just share my screen and get you to think about some questions. Just give me one moment. Here we are. So please have a look at these questions. Actually, I'll start the slideshow and then you can get a proper look at them. Okay, so there are some questions I'd like you to consider, even if you're not live with me, even if you're watching this later on a video replay, please think about these questions. Reflective questions will help you always to focus on what the event is about. And it also creates a kind of feedback loop. So reflecting on questions will really get you into a mindful state. And you'll probably notice that your breathing changes as you start to reflect. It's as if I'm giving you permission to reflect. Okay, so reflecting with your own thoughts and with your own mind and your own breathing. Let's just look at a couple of questions. So the first one is, what is your online presence like at this stage? So today's event is about having a strong digital ID. And nobody knows better than I do that that is so important as we move forward into the digital revolution. Soon it will be essential for everyone to have an online presence. But just think about your online presence. What is it like? Are you mainly on social media? Do you have a website? How does your footprint appear on the internet? Okay, so that's one question. The next one is this something you realize is important? And that's why you're attending today. If you've read the event schedule, you know that event 6 is about your online presence. Okay. And then finally, what do you hope to take away from today's event? Okay. So think about those questions. What is your online presence like at this stage? So perhaps in your mind, just go through your social media platforms, maybe a website, maybe your e-commerce site, whatever you've got. And then do you realize that this is really important? I'm sure you do. And that's why you're here today, I hope. And then finally, what do you hope to take away from today's event? Okay, so please think about those questions as we get started. And before I go any further, I have to apologize for my terrible throat. My throat doesn't usually sound like this, but I lost my voice 3 days ago, and it's only just come back. And I'm in Japan, and in the summer in Japan, this often happens to me. It's to do with the aircon, because it's so hot and humid outside, you have to stay inside, and that really affects my throat, and eventually my throat gives up. So forgive me, it's very croaky today. Okay, so yeah, Erika, you're here. Let's see why you're here. Why are you attracted to attending this event?
Thanks, Lindy. Yeah, really good, reflective. I remember at uni, that was one of the main things that they got us to do, was to reflect on our purpose, our drive, what our reasons. And today I am here because of the title of Strong Digital ID and the way online, as you say, digital revolution. I've been aware of that for probably 20 years. I had a face-to-face retail shop. Wow. And my mum and I, we had a shop probably, how long ago? 20 years ago. And we registered a domain ready. This was before even internet was popular, and because we were doing a lot of research on the internet, I grabbed a computer for the business, and so we registered a domain, but that as far as we got. But we were engaging back then, ready to have an online presence, because we could see not only the opportunity, but the actual way of the world.
Yes. Oh, that's great. 20 years ago, gosh, yes. I'm thinking about me. I was aware that things were going that direction probably about 20 years ago. Getting mail addresses and things like that. You know, I was doing a lot of traveling at the time as a digital nomad, but it wasn't a digital nomad state that we have today, because the computer, the internet still wasn't developed properly. As you say, you know, you got a domain, but then what? No, so it still was evolving. But yes, I managed to be a digital nomad actually in Australia, and which is, I think, where you are, and
Yes.
all over the world. And I was traveling around, and as an alternative practitioner, which is one of my backgrounds, I'm an Alexander teacher, and you probably know about that in Australia. F.M. Alexander was born in Tasmania, and he started his Alexander Technique business or practice in Australia mainly. So it's a kind of body re-education method. And so I was traveling around working with that, and yeah, really using my email address as my kind of main contact at that point. So yeah, the digital revolution has been happening for a long time, but in the last 5 years, wow, it's really escalated, hasn't it? And we're getting really so high tech now. It's great. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, great, Erica. Thanks so much. What about you, Angus? Are you there? I'm not sure Angus is here. He said he's going to be in and out this meeting. He usually is here, but
yeah.
Are you here?
I am here,
great.
but yes.
So what about you?
I'm mobile, so I can't really sort of contribute much, unfortunately, Lindy.
Okay, all right. Don't worry.
Okay.
We'll go forth, and maybe you'll be more stable later.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, the title of this event is "Don't Get Left Behind." Make your digital ID strong now before it's too late. Yeah. So I'm very excuse me, very keen on inclusion. Sorry. And so I want everybody to have a digital ID for the future. Just give me 1 second. So sorry, my throat is exploding. Okay, so let's start off then with a little presentation just to show you my ideas. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to take you back to the beginning of my little presentation, and I'll get through it quite quickly so you can get my drift. So as you know, Escape the 9 to 5 Grind is the name of the campaign, and the picture is meant to signify that, yeah, we don't have much choice but to create our digital ID and really start to build it up. It's the way forward, you know? So we went through those questions, and Erica volunteered lovely answers. So it's a very important stage of the digital revolution we are in. Now is the time. So in these events, I don't know how many of them you've attended or watched the replay of, but event 6 tells me that I should be in some way revising or reflecting on what we've done so far. So I made this little mind map, and event 1 was about breaking the 9 to 5 chain and overcoming fear and loss of security. And if you couldn't attend that or watch the replay, then you can follow that event in the live e-workbook, which I'll talk about in a moment. Event 2 was called The Ancient Little Known Secret of Getting Everything You Want in Life. And it was really about gratitude and happiness. Briefly, gratitude, if you are grateful, then you can be truly happy. Unfortunately, gratitude is something which is disappearing because people are losing their awe of life. And that means that they expect the conveniences and the comforts that we all have. And if they're not there, then anger tends to zoom in and replace awe or gratitude. Okay, so we need to get control of that so we can be truly happy. You can't be truly happy until you're grateful. I hope you can see the connection there. Any questions you have, let's talk about them later. Event 3 was called You May Think You're Just Like Everyone Else. So this is about your uniqueness. Each human being is utterly unique, even DNA. Even identical twins are not identical. And so we all have amazing skills, amazing experience, an amazing perspective on the world. And this is excellent material for starting an online business. Event 4, this is about goal setting and the power of setting goals properly. And, you know, my main quotation there was that goals are dreams with deadlines. Your goals should be part of you. They're not separate. They're not for a business, and that business is separate. If you want goals to work, they need to be integrated into your life. You're not just developing a business in a clinical way. Your business is part of you. And to do this act, this glorious act of being able to set goals for our future, which we have as creatures of free will, is amazing, and we shouldn't abuse it. So event 4 was quite deeply illuminating about our spiritual natures and how we are so much the masters of creation. We can create anything. And one of the tips that came up with event 4 briefly was that, you know, human beings are only 10% developed, really. We're 100% physically developed. Our evolution is miraculous. The human being is the most miraculous creature of all creatures. So we're 100% evolved, but maybe around 10% spiritually, psychologically, emotionally evolved. And that's why the world is in such a mess. Anyway, that was an important event. Event 5 last week was an hourly rate, a paycheck. Is this the right price for your passions and purpose? Again, this was harking back to your unique value. And the fact that, the amazing fact that we settle for an hourly rate. How amazing is that? I remember when I was 13, I was determined to work. That's the work ethic. I was determined to be independent of my parents and work. So I got 3 paper rounds and I earned an hourly rate for each one, and I saved up the money and so on. So it started right back then that I accepted getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and delivering papers to people was worth an hourly rate, more of which anon. And so we come to event 6. And the title is Don't Get Left Behind. Step into the limelight now before it's too late. Now, just a little preview or little sneak preview of the other events. Event 7 is about monetizing your uniqueness. 8 about your creativity and how to create sustainable creation schedules. Event 9 is how to build a support network and community. 10 is about building resilience so you can overcome obstacles which you will inevitably encounter as you step into the limelight of the internet. Event 11 is about health and wealth, and here I look at your mental health and your emotional health quite closely. Excuse me. Event 12 is about your ideal life. We all have our ideal life in our hearts. Maybe we don't talk about it too much because we're too scared to be disappointed that it will never come true. Well, I'm here to tell you it can come true and that I am living my ideal life right now. And I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Event 12, this is where, 13 rather, this is where we come to the mastery that you've developed through the events and through the live workbook and so on, and the videos and so on. And this is where we get to the point where you are looking at becoming free. Well, this is an overview of the whole of the 13 event schedule. And of course, event 13 is when the fireworks start. This is Michael Chaney. It's not a very flattering picture of him at the moment. He's not keen on having his photograph taken. So Michael Chaney is my mentor. He's a multimillionaire, and he is helping me to become a multimillionaire. So he's contributed a 5-video series to these events, which is the kind of pinnacle. So you work through the mindset changes with the 13 events, and then you're ready to tackle his quite taxing financial mastery, where he really spills the beans about how to make money and how to make a lot of money. So, and I can testify that he is a brilliant teacher. He knows the market so well. He is a brilliant marketer, and he's also a very empowering person, which I'll tell you about more in a moment. So moving on, here's the workbook. So if you cannot attend the events, and I understand it may be difficult from the point of view of time and busyness, then I've made a little video here, which I'm going to just show you some of because my voice is so terrible. I thought I'd just show you this. So just for you, the live workbook designed as the perfect companion to our 13 event series, Escape the 9-to-5 Grind. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is a live e-workbook? Let me take you inside. This isn't your average e-book. It's an interactive experience packed with resources that will guide you step by step, breaking free from the 9-to-5 grind and stepping into your first-hand life as a successful entrepreneur. Here we are inside the Escape the 9-to-5 Grind live e-work. And at the beginning here, we've got a table of contents, some nice images. There are the website that you have access to through the workbook. Each of these images has a link attached to them. And then we start the events. And you can see for event 1, first of all, you have an article, several articles. Then you have some exercises, and you have some affirmation, self-written pages. So you can actually type on these pages, record your feelings, your notes as you progress. Then we've got lots of videos which have been made to guide you for each event, and opportunity for self-reflection. Then inspiration, so amazing books that may inspire images, and so on. Each event has so much packed into it. It's growing all the time. After each event is finished, I upload videos that I made, I add more texts, more inspiration, and so on. And there are other resources too. Now, this e-workbook, live e-book workbook, is a growing document. It's growing all the time as the events progress. And it's totally compatible with the flipbook, which serves as a startup guide. Okay, I'm going to stop there and move us on because time is short. So, yes, basically, maybe right now you're thinking, wow, what is all this? So maybe you're thinking, wow, I'm a bit confused. Or maybe you're overwhelmed, okay? And one thing for sure is you want to be truly happy, don't you? Everybody's searching for happiness. It's the only thing everyone has in common. We are all searching to be truly happy. Okay, this is a kind of well-known, well-accepted spiritual truth, which I'm very much focused on. So through the Escape the 9-to-5 Grind series, I want to give you the route to true happiness. So in a moment, I'll ask you if you're truly happy. So please think about that. Okay, yes, I wanted to put some nice images of really happy people in here. And especially the center one is a Tibetan baby monk. As you know, I'm a strong Buddhist and have been a Tibetan Buddhist for many years. And these young monks exude happiness. It's not something they have, it's something they are. It's very inspiring. Anyway, moving on a little bit. Now, this event is all about your very own website. Now, if you have your own website where you can really shout from the rooftops your digital ID, then it's like having real estate. Yeah, it's like having bricks and mortar. It's the equivalent. And for the future, everybody needs a website. That is my strong feeling. Now, social media. Oh, great, it's great. Great fun. I'm sure you have many different platforms, Facebook, YouTube, etc. But these giants, these social media giants, can shut you down at any moment. And it's happening often. And I've been shut down twice on LinkedIn, which is, meant to be a very respectable platform. And I was shut down. So what do you do then? You've lost all your followers. You can't access anything. So social media is good, but it has its place. And also, what about your retirement? Okay, maybe you're really young now and enjoying your job. I'm so glad if that's the case. But when you get older, what happens? Okay, what is your legacy? What about all your knowledge that you've developed and accrued during your working life and all the wisdom and all the expertise? What happens to it? When you retire, nobody really wants to know you. You are in a different world. And I found this. This is part of my story. And I was determined not to be redundant. And that's one of the reasons I jumped up with great zeal and started developing websites, because I realized this is my future, my legacy. With a website, you have total control. It's your corner of the internet. Nobody can touch it, unless you do something really bad that Google doesn't like, but that's very, very, very rare. You are totally in control. And also, you're in a position to offer many people help. And you're contributing to the internet community, the global community. This is our future for all of us. Pandemics, wars, natural disasters. I live in Japan. We just had a massive earthquake here. Another one is predicted any time now, which could devastate Tokyo, which is where I live, by the way. So, you know, there could be a complete shutdown of the world community in terms of telephone calls and letter writing and going to shops and things like that. And we may well find ourselves totally dependent on the internet. As if you have a website of your own, if you are a website owner, then you can become an affiliate marketer. And there are many other entrepreneurial endeavors you can engage in to create extra income streams. This is perfect if you're retired or even if you're a young person not wanting to go into traditional work. Everybody's doing this now, finding alternative income streams. So a quotation I like here is, your online presence is your digital handshake. Make it strong, memorable, and authentic. We don't know who said that, but it's true. It's a digital handshake. Finally, let me show you that I've developed a special training here for Escape the 9-to-5 Grind event participants. It's called Your First Digital Venture, Launching a Website from Scratch in 6 Steps. This is free, 6-step training. It's blended learning, so there are videos, there are texts, there is audio, there are challenges, and so on. So it should suit any kind of learner. It's fully guided by me. I'm a very experienced teacher, so I'm used to producing blended learning artifacts like this. And it's mentored, and I will guide you through this at all stages. Okay. It also will eventually build your customized website in 2 minutes maximum. Once we've done all the groundwork and got your niche and your mindset sorted out, then I can promise you your website could be ready in 2 minutes. And then we will leave all the maintenance of the website, SEO, and all of these really technical, confusing things to the experts. We're going to leave those in professional hands. Some very good friends of mine will be taking care of you. And then you have your website produced quickly in 6 steps with my help. And then you are ready to start creating content, start shaping your expertise into articles and videos and all of the things that I spend all my time doing these days. It's wonderful. You can be truly creative. It's called Your First Digital Venture. Please remember that. Now, to help you with all this, I'm also offering a free 30-minute Zoom session with me. And this can be arranged at your convenience. And I hope now, Natasha, if you would you please put the Calendly link, my Calendly link, into the chat. And so if you would like to take advantage of a Zoom session with me, please reserve yourself a session. And we'll also put this Calendly link, my personal link, into the follow-up mail, which will contain the replay of today's event. So please sign up with me and sort out your confusion. I can help you to focus on what you really want, how to get your ideal life. I'm doing it, and I can show you how to do it quite easily. Okay, I'd like to just tell you that in 8 months, after having retired from full-time traditional work as a university teacher, have created 4 websites in 8 months. They're up and running. They are ranking very well, got lots of visitors. And here they are. One is called Millionaire Mindset Roadmap. Okay, and this is for trainee millionaires. Another one is called Flourish Right Consult, which is a digital nomad and remote workers site. I've spent a lot of time being a remote worker, and I've been a digital nomad too. So I'm offering lots of help and expertise there. Jambala Wealth is my Buddhist site. I'm a Buddhist priest, actually. And so I want to use all my spiritual training to help others find their way in life and to attract wealth. So on Jambala Wealth, you will find lots of spiritual guidance to help attract wealth to you, as well as good health, good fortune, and success. Okay? All of these things are part and parcel of the same thing. And then my 4th site is called First Hand Life, and this is dedicated to the events here, the 9 to 5 grind, Escape to 9 to 5 grind. This will help get you sorted out as a new business owner. Lots of articles, lots of series of things to work through. And you'll find a link to this in the startup guide, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so that's my presentation over. Sorry, a little bit longer than I anticipated. Tend to get a bit carried away. Let me show you the flip book, which I think, Erica, I think you've got this, haven't you? The flip book will show you everything you need, and it will be sent to you via a link in the follow-up mail to you. And here here's my story, which I've repeated a few times now, and I won't repeat again. My philosophy, you can see an overview, you can see the events. Event 7 is called Name Any Price for Your Knack, Know-How, and Razzmatazz. Well, this is all about how to market your uniqueness and your special qualities. And it's next week. I hope you can attend. And the natural outcome, as I mentioned in my presentation of these events, is to do the financial mastery training with Michael Cheney, who's a 25-year-old master of marketing and millionairedom. And this is what we're working towards. And then if you come up to scratch, he will invite you to become an apprentice, as he did me. So I did this similar workup to becoming his apprentice. And now he is my mentor. He's guiding me all the time. And, you know, it's really fantastic to be working with such an expert. Here's the 9 to 5 Grind e-workbook, which is live. You can buy it here. It's $9.95, worth every penny. You get the link and it lasts forever. And it will be updated regularly. These events will keep going with me until I'm no longer here. So, you know, I'll be updating and improving all the time. Here's your digital venture, your first digital venture I mentioned. These are the stages you'll go through. There are workshops you can attend if you can't make the event. And I can one-to-one mentor you, one-to-one coach you. So if you'd like my help one-to-one, please book a Zoom appointment and let's talk about it, okay? And here's a lowdown of the financial mastery, the Anti-9-to-5 income plan, the 5 free videos, which go into all the aspects of making money online. And as I mentioned, yeah, if you can hack all this, then you'll be invited by Michael to join Millionaire's Apprentice. And if you do that, you'll join our school, which is wonderful. 600 of us now, trainee millionaires, And we have a proper school where we can access all sorts of things. There's a calendar. There's heaps of training. You can see I'm number 2 on the list. I'm one of the top students, actually, so I'm feeling very proud. And here's a summary of the whole thing. What to do next, a little message from me, my websites, which you can click and access, and a reminder that my motto is diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's it then. That's the session today. And yeah, we've got time for questions. Any questions from anybody? Erica, how about you?
Oh, Lindy, thank you so much. That's a wonderful overview. I'm sorry I missed the previous meetings. I just been so hectic with everything.
Yes.
Questions. I'll just manage myself to go through the flip book to start with, Lindy,
Okay.
because as I said, I've been just really flat out and a bit sick, so I haven't been well either.
You too.
Yeah, so I will get on top of that flip book, and I message you in Wealthy Affiliate and LinkedIn, so I'll follow up there.
Great.
Yeah,
do.
Yeah, wonderful. I really appreciate, Lindy. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. It's great to have you here. And yeah, please enjoy the follow-up mail. And hopefully we'll see you again in the future. And Angus, are you there? Are you managing to be there or not? No, he's not. Okay. He's in London and he's busy. So sometimes the internet doesn't work sometimes. Yeah. But yes, everybody out there, before I stop the recording, please feel free to contact me. If you have questions, I'm very happy to spend 30 minutes with you and try to put you in the right frame of mind to make the next step. If you need anything else once the recording is stopped, please just contact Natasha and she will help you with anything you need. So thank you so much. So event 6, your strong digital identity. Don't get left behind. The time is now to create your identity. And as Erica said, this revolution has been going on for 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching it as a child sort of move into the whole zone. So that's why I was preparing for business, even as a young entrepreneur. My mum was engaging me into entrepreneurship at a very early age and business, but I've had things that have happened that have been forced, systematic things, and so my opportunities have fallen short. But I haven't stopped in gaining education and joining in, and I really appreciate this, Lindy. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. I really appreciate your contribution, Erica. Thanks so much. And what about Angus? Angus, have you been able to follow any of this?
I've been able to follow most of it, yes, but I'm in a cafe, so it's somewhat noisy here. So I don't want to sort of interrupt the flow of things.
Okay.
Maybe just catch up with you briefly after.
Okay. All right. That's great. Okay. I'm going to close this recording now. So hopefully see everybody next week for event 7, which is about what is event 7 about? I've forgotten. Just a moment. Oh, we've just had a visitor there. Just 1 second. Event 7. I get a bit dizzy with all these events. Oh yes, that's right. Name any price for your knack, your know-how, and your razzmatazz.
That sounds excellent.
Name any price for it.
Yeah.
So if, as Erica knows, as a netpreneur, you can command your own price. If you have your own website, you know, you are in control of all the financial aspects of your value and your skills and your razzmatazz, which you're marketing. So it's a wonderful position to be in. Okay, so hopefully see everybody next week. Thank you so much for watching and joining me today. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, you can hang on a minute, Erica. Thanks. We've stopped the recording now, but you don't need to disappear. And it's really, I wanted you to have a chat with Angus, really, because if possible, because he's a good friend of mine and he's a Millionaire's Apprentice too.
Oh, awesome.
So,
nice to meet you, Angus.
We are working together and he's my buddy. He kind of really supports me in everything I do and even shows up to every single event. So it's great. But Angus, what about your feelings about? Go ahead.
Can you hear me okay? I don't know how good the microphone is here. Okay.
Yes.
Good. There may be background noise because I'm in a cafe, so a little bit limited today. But really good. The whole thing is coming together so well, Lindy, with the slides, the content, your sort of overview. I lost the slides to begin with, but that's because I hadn't slid over my sort of mobile phone to actually watch the slides. So that was an easy thing. But looking really good. But one thing that when we do actually have a decent sort of conversation at some time is it's a network that I'm part of as well, but I think I've mentioned another platform that I'm sort of been working on for the last couple of years, and they've got the equivalent of Streamline, but it's its own syndicated sort of network. Which case, instead of just having maybe 6 people sitting on a sort of a webinar, you have 500 because it's syndicated throughout the whole network. It's a bit like school. It would be syndicating all 500 sort of members of school to come in.
Excellent. Sounds great. What's it called?
Very useful, yeah.
Is it?
Well, I'll relay that to you separately because it's another thing, and it's still in sort of beta format at the moment, but it's just about launching the the public side.
I was telling Erica that I've just started StreamYard.
Yes.
Have you heard about StreamYard?
Yes. Oh, yes, StreamYard. So it's equivalent to StreamYard, but it's its own sort of native sort of platform, because running sort of StreamYard behind the scenes is quite involved, and it is free. But of course, if you only have 3 or 4 sort of participants, that's all you see, and the other sort of people sort of see it. With a syndicated sort of version, you actually have a chance of syndicating with all the members of your community.
Excellent.
So it's a great way of building up the community.
Excellent. Let me know about it. I'm very keen.
I will do. Yes.
I really think these events are the best way. You know, you can write posts until the sun goes down, but you know, people are not reading so much these days.
I am.
Oh, good.
I'm still reading. I just grabbed another 10 books today.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Good.
I read a lot.
To hear. That's great. I'm so glad. Me too. I mean, I cannot imagine not reading or writing, you know, but
yeah, no, something I don't want to lose is the touch of a book. So when I find a good book, I grab it.
Yeah. So many people can't and don't.
I know, but I love English and I love all languages, but this is what AI is fascinating with, being able to interpret languages, and it's just opening up a universe of communication.
Yes. Remind me to tell you about an amazing product which is launching Angus knows about it. It's by Michael Chaney, our mentor. He's launching something called AI Millionaire. And in fact, we have been testing it for him. So we've been testing all the tools he's created.
Lovely.
So what he's done is he's cloned himself as a
Okay.
multimillionaire,
Yeah.
and he's offering all of this wisdom to everybody, you know, for $9.95. The next week you can buy this on a special launch price for $9.95, and you get lots of extra bonuses as well.
Yeah.
It's really fantastic. The tools
I'm
are
sure. Yeah.
amazing. So if you're interested in AI, let me tell you more about that sometime. And you know, maybe
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just not well 100% at the moment. I have cancer in my stomach, and I'm
oh
struggling to
oh
remove that because of different my journey that's been forced medication, and it's left me with cancer in my stomach, and
oh, I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
so I'm working a process of healing. I know I can heal. I know I can heal, but it's just there's other issues. That's
yeah, sure.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, I won't swamp you with anything too enthusiastic. Well,
I just take I mean, last night I was up 24 hours because it was a full blue moon, and it was just energy everywhere, and I was just just process and doing a lot of healing last night, doing a lot of but yeah, it's a journey. I'm 50 this year, and I've had a as everybody individually does, have a big journey, but my journey seems to be yeah.
Oh, I'll talk to you more about that another time, maybe. But yes, I'm glad you told me. That's great. So please, yes, keep healing, and all these things will be will be ready later when you're.
Yeah, I absorb information, like I've been reading different your blogs on WS. I absorb it as much as I can at the right moment, and it sinks in when I get my intuition come through, and I'll be sitting there with my cup of tea, healing, and then that's why I made the move. I was really exhausted, but I thought I want to hear what you have to say, because I first heard your interview because of you had the interview with the equity.
Yes, SDIG, Dr. Nwale.
Yes, and I watched that on YouTube as soon as I seen you, and I was just astounding. Yeah. So.
Oh wow, you're a fan. That's great.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I just my energy is limited and I work at my peak moments, which is like 3 a.m. in the morning. I work from then to hour as long as I can, but I live right in front of a beach. I've been part of my healing is walking as much as I can on the beach, grounding it's a big conversation. Yes, but thank you, Lindy. Thank you, Angus.
We'll talk again about that.
Okay. Erica, you found the right person in Lindy then.
You're welcome.
Oh, well, yes, I knew, because I'm astounded at Lindy's energy capability of performance. Yeah, because when I first met Lindy on WA, Wealthy Affiliate, I registered straight away. Well, as I said, the interview that you had, I registered straight away that your Buddhism. I mean, I have a spiritual practice, but I'm in a systemic issue at the moment. Which I'm trying to break a spell, so to speak. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful! We've got a lot to talk about, I think. So
yes.
we must do that. But for now, please continue with your healing, and I will be sending very special vibrations
Thank you
through my meditations and so on for you to get totally well. And when you're well, wow, watch out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My mum and I, we did grow a $1 million business, but we had competitors that didn't want us to, because we were a silver. I love the power of silver. I'm a silversmith as well, so I make silver jewelry.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, so we grew our business within 5 years. This was 20 years ago, and as I said before, and with our goal, we were taking more money than the gold companies. So I mean, we were selling more than the gold companies, and there was a lot against us in the marketplace.
Fascinating.
Yeah,
You're a precious metals person. That's wonderful.
yeah,
Okay.
precious metals and semi gemstones. But yeah,
Yeah.
thanks,
Oh,
Lindy.
I'm so glad you came at last. We've managed to be face to face. That's great.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, everyone. Well, I think I better go and do something with my terrible throat now. Which is just
Hot
about
honey and lemon. Definitely.
just about held
Yes,
out.
I take lemon for healing. Lemon juice, definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Super. Thank you. Okay. So hopefully see you again. And Angus, I'll be in touch in school. And enjoy your trip. And tell me about that syndication business when you've got a minute.
I will do. Will do.
This
yeah.
week, let's try and have a conversation at that.
Okay. Brilliant.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks so much, everybody. Bye bye. See
Thank
you now.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye. Natasha, are you there? No. Great. Yeah. Okay. Right, love you. Finished.